She picked her ex and took the dog. I took the money. Guess who came barking back? My girlfriend Jenna and I had been together for 2 years when everything went sideways. We weren't married or anything, just living together in this rental house that I'd been paying for since before we even met. Then her ex Brandon started texting her again, saying he missed her and all that garbage. Jenna got weird about it, started staying out late, claiming she was with her sister. But her sister called one night looking for her while she was supposedly hanging out together. That's when I knew. I confronted her about it and she didn't even try to deny it. Just said she realized she never got over Brandon and wanted to give it another shot. Fair enough, heartbreak sucks. But then she dropped the bomb. She wanted to take our dog Buster. This was the same girl who complained every single time he tracked mud inside. Who made me walk him in the rain because she didn't want to get wet. Who never once bought him food or toys with her own money. I trained Buster myself, paid $800 for professional training when he was a puppy. That dog and I were tight. He slept on my side of the bed, followed me around the house, got excited when I came home from work. But Jenna said since she was moving out, she deserved to take something. And Brandon's parents wouldn't let him move back in with a girlfriend, so they needed their own place. She wanted me to move out of my house and split everything 50-50 like we were getting divorced. I laughed and told her good luck with that. The lease was in my name. I'd been living there for 3 years before she moved in. She could take her clothes and her Netflix password and that was it. That's when she got sneaky. She knew I had cameras around the front of the house, but she also knew the blind spots from when we used to sneak out to smoke. So she went around back and called Buster through his doggy door. The funny thing is, she hid from the cameras but then started yelling his name in the backyard. Like, girl, those cameras record sound too. I had the whole thing on video. I went to the police, but they said since we weren't married and there was no restraining order, it was basically a civil matter. They couldn't do anything unless I could prove we'd actually broken up officially or that she'd broken in. So I drove to her parents' house where she was staying with Brandon. Buster heard my voice through the door and started going crazy, barking and scratching to get to me. But her mom wouldn't open the door all the way, just cracked it enough to talk and kept blocking him. That's when I remembered our joint savings account. We'd both been putting money in there for almost a year. She'd contributed maybe 20% of it. I'd put in the rest. We'd agreed when we opened it that if we ever broke up, we'd split it down the middle. But no dog, no money. I transferred every penny into a crypto wallet that same day. Then I waited. 2 days later, my phone started blowing up. Jenna texting me asking what happened to the account. Where was the money? Threatening to sue me. I told her I'd invested everything in crypto, but I could cash it out if she wanted. Then I gave her a choice. She could have the money back, or she could keep my dog, but not both. She picked the money. Suddenly, she was real cooperative about giving Buster back. Brought him over that afternoon with his leash and food bowls, acting all sweet like we were just making a trade. Poor Buster was so happy to see me, he knocked me over jumping on me. Jenna handed me his stuff and asked when I'd transfer the money back. I looked at her real serious and said, "Oh man, bad news. I lost it all gambling on some stupid coin that crashed yesterday. Turns out I'm terrible at investing." Her face went white. She started screaming about how that was her money too, how she'd take me to court. I just shrugged and said crypto was risky business. Everyone knew that. She tried calling the bank, but the account was closed. Tried threatening me, but I had those videos of her taking my dog. Tried getting Brandon to intimidate me, but he took one look at Buster and decided he didn't want any part of it. The best part? The money wasn't really gone. I'd just moved it to a different wallet she didn't know about, but she'd already made her choice. Jenna and Brandon lasted about 3 more weeks before he dumped her for someone else.